Welcome. How are you doing today? So, okay. If you're anyone who has been on the internet in like the past month or has turned on a television within the past month, you've heard the name Gabby Petito. If you have watched my two previous videos, you have heard the name Gabby Petito. If you're looking at me right now, you just heard that name twice. And I didn't necessarily talk about her. My first video was about how her boyfriend is a loser. My second video was about all of the ridiculous theories surrounding her murder case. And of course, like, I didn't put her name in the title or the description or the thumbnail, nothing like that. Everyone is milking this poor girl's name. And it's gotten kind of out of control. And that is the reason that I'm bringing her name up, is because I want to talk about this larger issue at hand. Missing white woman syndrome is a problem. It's not a problem that we care about the missing white women. The problem is that stories of other missing people of color, and men do not get the coverage they deserve. And it has started to cause this weird disconnect in this particular case. Because Gabby has gotten so much media coverage for this like extended period of time, people are getting pissed off. They still haven't caught her loser boyfriend who's on the run hiding out in potentially the swamps. But I opened up Reddit yesterday morning and I saw a post from the admins of the Gabby Petito subreddit, and they were attempting to address the issue of there are people who are upset that Gabby Petito is getting the coverage that other people who deserve it are not getting. So they're going to Gabby Petito's subreddit and taking out their frustration there and hopping into threads saying, what about this person? What about this person? What about this person? And the mods of the Gabby Petito subreddit said, we made this subreddit before this case blew up. If you want to make a subreddit for another person, go ahead. But please stop coming here being outraged that this subreddit is not about other people. There are plenty of other subreddits that are dedicated to missing people, or you can create your own. But apparently it's just not even about case coverage in there anymore. It's just people being angry. And that made me really sad. When people are so angry that this case is getting all this coverage and that others aren't, that they're totally, it's that the frustration is like completely overpowering some people's ability to just like care. Does that make sense? I did a search on Twitter yesterday for Brian Laundrie's name because I wanted to know when the fuck they're gonna catch that dude, because it's a manhunt right now. And one of the top results I saw was a guy saying, why the fuck do y'all care so much about finding Brian Laundrie when there's all these other like missing children? This person was replying to an original tweet that had like an infographic and a link to an article about a missing toddler. This person was so bothered and upset that not only were they unable to give that other missing person the attention they deserved, but they were so sick of fucking hearing Gabby Petito and Brian Laundrie's names that they genuinely did not know why people are looking for Brian Laundrie. He's not, well, and I had to, I replied to him saying, Brian Laundrie has a warrant out for his arrest and is the only person of interest in a murder case. He's not just some like poor, sad, missing white dude. He's dangerous. Sometimes if I don't click another video to watch at the end of a YouTube video, YouTube will like drop me into some live stream. And the title of the stream was something that suggested there was new information about the manhunt for Brian Laundrie that like was breaking and unfolding. But no.
Okay, so then I see this.
I did not edit this. This is just dead air while they stare at a screenshot.
And I'm like, what? What?
Dude, this is still going on. I don't even know what to tell you. Like, this is just, this entire stream is like this. It was just these two people talking about a Facebook post made by some random dude. It was like information about Brian Laundrie, but like there was no, it didn't come from anywhere but this one random guy on Facebook just saying something.
Kyle, you saw it on Facebook also?
He was saying that Brian Laundrie had tried to call Dog the Bounty Hunter 4 times.
It might be stupid, but it happens all the time.
Oh God, Dog the Bounty Hunter. He's inserted himself into this entire thing to promote himself. He's not doing this out of the goodness of his heart, kindness of his heart. He was interviewed for like a news segment. I've been trying to find this clip for days of Dog the Bounty Hunter in an interview promoting his show, and I cannot find it. I'm not that crazy. I know I saw it, but I think it's being kind of buried because it's tacky and gross. And nobody wants to give a platform to that sort of nonsense. Anyway, I can't fucking find it. You're gonna have to take my word for it, or, tell me to go fuck myself with a toothbrush. Either one is fine. He plugged the name of his show and said that Brian Laundrie is a fan of his, and so maybe Brian will turn himself in to dog rather than law enforcement. But yeah, if you try to search up, even if I'm trying to look for information on YouTube about Brian Laundrie, I don't need information about Gabby Petito. She is dead. It was a homicide. But if you try to search up on YouTube stuff for like Brian Laundrie, there's not very much with his name in it because they're just still milking Gabby's name. And of course nobody has any new fucking information anyway. And even worse, oh my God, without a crystal ball, I've been able to kind of mostly ignore her for a while. But I think she's made some ungodly number of videos about Gabby Petito and Brian Laundrie. Something like 17 videos in a week. But this morning I saw a screenshot of a tweet of hers where the original tweet from whoever had posted like a picture of an empty Monster energy drink. And something about how, like, Dog the Bounty Hunter says that he found Brian Laundrie's empty Monster energy drink and is confident that he's closing in on him. If Dog fucks this case up for the FBI... Also, by the way, we are pretty sure at this point that Brian Laundrie has a fucking burner phone and has been able to presumably follow the press coverage about the search for him. So maybe everybody needs to shut the fuck up unless they have verified information from law enforcement or other investigative government agencies. I don't know. Just a thought. But without a crystal ball. So she quote tweeted the photo of the Monster Energy. I'll put the tweet in here somewhere because I took a screenshot. It was ridiculous. Now, she's saying that, like, there's no way Brian would have ever consumed a Monster Energy drink because it didn't fit with his whole grain lifestyle or something. And that is very funny to me because at the beginning of this, and I know that people who hate Katie Joy have gone to some like ridiculous lengths to like fuck up her life. Like they've made up like allegations and CPS reports, and or at least we think they have because that's what Without a Crystal Ball says people are doing to her. But now, when this story first came out, she said that her haters had submitted a tip to law enforcement that she was harboring Brian Laundrie in her home. And when she tweeted about it, she used hashtags for the names in the case. I think she at least hashtagged Brian's name. I am mistaken about that one tweet, and at this juncture, I cannot find or access any of her tweets. And I gotta press X, my dude, because I really don't think that law enforcement would have showed up at her doorstep and said, hey, I know you're all the way here in Minnesota, but we just need to make sure that this homicide suspect who's on the run in Florida has not been hiding out in your house. I don't believe her. And she does like to insert herself into things like this, so I guess I shouldn't be surprised at her behavior, but I can't help but still be a little shook every time she does something worse. So saying, the cops thought he was hiding in my house to get attention for herself, and then now saying, he would never drink that. I know. I had to comment on that and be like, I mean, she does know him pretty well. She did let him hide out in her house. But yeah, the more people talk about this, the more people try to get involved or like insert themselves. I just feel like the worse it gets, and it worries me that they may have a hard time getting a conviction where any mistakes were made or things were fucked up by the general public and YouTubers. Although I do think if there's a missing persons case that you want more attention on, post on the subreddits. Create your own subreddit. Get as much information out there as possible, not just a picture and a name. Missing persons cases don't get the best coverage when there's very little information. That's just like a side note of the entire thing. Like, anyway, I want to thank you for listening. I feel like forgiveness is very important, so I want you to forgive yourself for the time that you have wasted watching this video, and have a good day.